Roger Waters is openly criticizing Bon Jovi over the band's weekend show in Tel Aviv.
He's got to shut up, Roger Waters.
The former Pink Floyd bassist wrote an open letter on Salon.com prior to Bon Jovi's Saturday concert. He accused the band of standing shoulder to shoulder with Israel and cited Palestinian casualties caused by the Israeli government.
What is with Roger Waters and the Jews? You know what? Why does Roger Waters live in America, a country that was founded on white people coming in and obliterating the native population? How does he stand it? Why don't we just all leave?
That's a good question.
And if you take a look over there, Roger, genius, Mr. Pink Floyd, Israel is like, there are so many Arab countries and so much land around Israel. If you threw a pin in a pool, that's what Israel is. Picture a desert with no natural resources, no water, no oil. It was a shithole that nomads essentially would walk over. So they figured, where's the one place they can stick Jews where no one will be offended? They stick, because the Jews are getting killed all over the world. So they give them a little homeland on a desert where there's no water, where essentially no one could live. And no one did live there, despite the bullshit. And the Palestinians are these Arabs that could live in Egypt, they could live in Saudi Arabia, but guess what? Those countries don't want them either. So they have a country, and Israel has a little tiny country. And it bugs the shit out of Roger Waters. He can't fucking deal with it. He's writing letters to Bon Jovi. Don't go there. It's a terrible place. Where do you want the Jews to go, Roger? Where do you want them to go? You want them to just go back to the concentration camp? What is it you want, fuckhead?
Waters had similar sentiments for Alan Parsons last winter.
Alan Parsons, happy anybody wants to see him.
When the Alan Parsons Project scheduled a show in Israel.
What's with Roger Waters and the Jews? I mean, what is going on?
I don't know what happened to him.
I have a friend who's super Jewy, like Orthodox, keeps kosher, all that. And he knows Roger. I said to my friend, you're super Jewy. What's with Roger and the Jews? And he goes, is there something? And I knew he knew, but he wants to be friends with Roger.
Oh, he just wants to be friends anyway?
Yeah, so he doesn't want to hear about it. But what is with Roger? Why doesn't he explain what's going on? Why is he so bugged about Israel? There's so many countries in this world
where you shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But someone goes to Israel, it's like he's like Curly from the Three Stooges. Slowly I turn, step by step. He's gonna write you open letters, Bon Jovi. I mean, there's a lot of countries that were formed in places where originally there was somebody else there, as we did in America. But all right, now it's there. Maybe Roger wants them all to move to the dark side of the moon. Maybe that's what the song's about.
That's where the Jews could go and nobody would complain.
Jews, go to the dark side of the moon and live. No one will complain. Although Roger might complain. He might say, hey, that's not right. Bon Jovi, don't go to the moon and play for the Jews. What is his story? An open letter.
Like I said, this has happened before, but we have no explanation of why.
I know Roger. I've seen him. I ran into him recently. He walked up to me and he went, thanks a lot.
Oh, did he?
That's what he said to me. And I went, you're welcome. I guess he's offended by me pointing this out. But
well, if he wants to have his say, you can have your say too, can't you?
Yeah, why can't I talk? Why can't I tell you I think you're full of shit? And it seems like you're a little too consumed with it. Why don't the surrounding Arab countries take in the Palestinians? I wonder why. What's that all about? Is it because they want the Palestinians there so they can rag on the Jews and make sure they leave? What is it? What bizarro history is Roger
Isn't it enough time? Can't we just get over this?
Roger should work on getting along with the rest of Pink Floyd. He can't even do that. He's so fucking worried about Jews and Arabs. Why doesn't he worry about, like, sitting down with David Gilmour or somebody? What do you think it is with him, Fred? You seem to know.
I haven't a clue. I mean, he's just, it just makes no sense.
Yeah. Why does he work on getting along with his wife? I understand they're splitting up.
Yeah.
I just read that in the paper. He's worried about the Jews and Bon Jovi. Roger, John just changed his name to Bon Jovi. Believe it or not. From what I understand, David Gilmour likes Israel.
Maybe that's why he left Pink Floyd.
Yeah, he's like, do you like Israel, the rest of Pink Floyd? Oh, yeah, we like it there. Okay, I'm leaving. I don't know what the bug is up his ass, but he's really got it in for Israel. He doesn't like it. He's not into it. But I don't know. It seems to me it's the only place in the Middle East that actually treats people halfway nicely. Based on some of these governments run by Ayatollahs. I don't know. Seems kind of weird to me. I bet you it's a lot more fun living in Israel than it is under the Iran regime with the Ayatollah and that wacky president of theirs. Or living in Iraq, or living in Saudi Arabia, or living in Egypt. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just saying. I wonder. Well, whatever. Maybe I don't know enough about it. Maybe Roger will educate me. So what did Bon Jovi say? Is he going to go play?
Bon Jovi has not responded.
No.
I think the concert already went on.
Yeah, good for Bon Jovi. I don't know. Sometimes I think with rock stars, those laser lights fry their brains. Sometimes they get hit with them. But I'd like to see peace within Pink Floyd before we take on the Middle East, Roger. You are one ornery son of a bitch, it turns out.
Well, Howard, with gun violence sweeping across the country from Cleveland to Oregon, one child psychologist in Cleveland says there's nothing tougher than sudden death.